Huh? I published this page last week, but why is it still not on Google yet? I gotta do more meditation. Now, if your main strategy for indexing your pages faster is meditation, let me show you other methods so that meditation is your last resort. The truth is, there is no definite answer to how long does it take for your page to rank. So if you're looking for a straightforward answer for your site, sorry, there isn't any. It is because indexing and ranking your pages depend on many factors: competition, posting frequency, the trust factor of your overall site, and hundreds of other factors. But primarily, the posting frequency and the trustworthiness of your overall site influences the crawl frequency of your site. If your site is not trustworthy, Google and other search engines will crawl less and less of your site. It makes sense because crawling pages on the web uses up search engines' resources, and they have to allocate it to sites that are more trustworthy and publish frequently. So if your site is new, it is going to take a while for search engines to assess the credibility and trustworthiness of your site and whether or not you are a good partner to them, as they constantly need new content. So without further ado, let's talk about the different ways to get your pages indexed faster. Let's go. Hey, it's Jack from RankMath, the one WordPress SEO plugin that constantly strives to provide you with the fastest and the most cutting-edge SEO tools, and on this channel, we strive to provide you with the most accurate and up-to-date SEO knowledge and information. So if this is your first time on our channel, consider subscribing. Now, before we do anything, we're gonna know if our page is indexed, right? And the fastest way to check it is if you use the site: command on Google. So let's say I want to check if this page is indexed. I'll copy the URL, go to Google, type in site: and paste the URL without any spaces. As you hit enter, if you see results on the search, it means it is indexed. Now, two more methods to have an overview of all the indexed and non-indexed pages. If you are on the Google Search Console, just visit the Pages tab under Indexing, and you will see all the pages that are indexed and not indexed. You will know the reasons why those pages are not indexed. And if you are a RankMath Pro user, all the information is right on your website. Just visit the RankMath's Analytics module, and on the Index Status, you will have an overview of all the pages that are submitted and indexed, crawled but currently not indexed, and many others. If you don't see this Index Status tab, go to General Settings and Analytics. If your site is connected with the Search Console, you can toggle this and enable the Index Status tab. Back to the Index Status, just sort the results by the pages that are crawled but not indexed. Click on each result, and you will find more details on why the page is not indexed. If there are technical issues blocking your site or pages from being indexed, most of the time it is because either you have selected the no index on your post robots meta, or you have selected no index in the robots meta of the entire post type, which can be found on the titles and meta settings, or you have checked this discourage search engines from indexing this site on the reading settings, or there is something in the robots.txt that is blocking your site from getting indexed. Alright, now that we know how to identify pages that are not indexed and they are not blocked by any technical issues, let's talk about ways to get your pages indexed faster. We will start with the most basic. If you have not connected your site with search engines yet, please do so. Go to the Search Console. Make sure that you are logged into the account where you want to manage your Search Console. There are two methods to add your site to it. You can use either the domain method, where you need to place this set of tags onto the DNS configuration of your site, or you can verify your site through these other methods. If you find these methods too complicated, let me show you a much simpler way using RankMath. You see, this is the site I want to connect with the Google Search Console, and on the Search Console of this account, you can see that there are no properties on it. So I will go to the site. On the RankMath's dashboard, I want to make sure that the Analytics module is turned on, then go to General Settings and Analytics. You want to connect your RankMath account with Google Services. If you don't have a RankMath account yet, please create one. It is free, by the way. And when you are logged into your RankMath account, you need to select the Google accounts that is going to manage your Search Console. Then you'll want to give all the access to us so that we can perform our full functionalities. Don't worry about privacy because we don't even look at your Google and sites data. Feel free to check out our privacy policy. We have left the link in the description as well. Let's click continue. And that's basically it. If you go to the search console, you will now see your site connected to it. Isn't that simple? If you are a Rank Math user, you know we always try to make every aspect of SEO seamless for you. And if you're thinking of migrating to Rank Math, we make the migration seamless for you too. Just a click and everything will be migrated. Anyway, the next thing you need to do to make your pages index faster is to submit a sitemap. And if you are a Rank Math user again, you don't need to do anything else after you have connected your site with the search console. You see, I haven't touched anything on the site after the connection. As I go to the search console and click on sitemaps, you will see that your sitemap has already been submitted. That's because Rank Math has submitted the sitemap for you automatically. Now, since we are on the Google Search Console, if you have published or have updated an article and you want to notify Google of the change, click on the search bar, which is the URL inspection tool, or you can click on the tool here. Place the URL of the new or updated article and search for it. If the page is not indexed, like in this case, you want to click on request indexing. If it is already indexed and you have updated or added more stuff to the page, do the same, click on request indexing, and Google will start sending its bots and spiders to crawl your page. So submitting your sitemap to Search Console and using the URL inspection tool are two of the most effective ways to get your pages indexed faster. Now, let's talk about the newest and the most efficient methods of indexing, which are using IndexNow and the Google Indexing API. Now, I'm not sure if you have heard there is something called Indexing API as well as IndexNow, where it will allow site owners to directly notify search engines when pages are added or removed. These are the fastest and the newest ways to get search engines to index your pages. The IndexNow is an initiative by Bing and Yandex, while the Indexing API is by Google, and both of which are available for free on Rank Math. And here's how you can add them to your site. Go to Rank Math's dashboard and look for instant indexing. And as soon as you toggle this on, you will see the instant indexing module on the menu items. Click on it, and whenever you have a new page or have updated a page, you can place those links here and hit submit URLs. Following that, the search engines like Bing and Yandex will be notified. You don't need to configure or connect your site with any search engines because an API key is auto-generated for you. If your API key is linked to any third parties, like now you know my API key, all I need to do is to regenerate a new key. Of course, I'm gonna hide my new API key now. And then to check if your API key is accessible to the search engines, just click on check key. And if you see your API key, it means it is accessible. Now I have to regenerate a new key. That's for the IndexNow API with Bing and Yandex. It's so straightforward, right? Now, let's talk about the Indexing API by Google. There are more steps to it. But note that Google mentioned the Indexing API is currently only used for job posting or broadcast events embedded in the video objects websites. But as we have tested, it works on any type of website with great results. So disclaimer, if you're not sure whether you want to be using this or not, don't proceed. You should not use this Indexing API on money websites as Google recommends. Proceed at your own risk. So if indexing pages fast on Google is something you're interested in, let's go through the steps. First, you want to add a new plugin. Search for instant indexing. This plugin is developed by us. You want to install and activate this plugin on your site. Once done, as you go to the instant indexing module, you will realize some changes. You will see the console tab as well as the Google API settings tab. You need to get this Google JSON key in order for the Indexing API to work between your site and Google. So the next step is to go to this link. It is long, so I'll leave the link in the description. Once you visit the link, make sure that you are logged into the right Google account. And if this is your first time setting things up, you have to agree to some terms of service. And then you want to create a new project. Alternatively, you can click on select a project and click on new project, and it will bring you back to the same place. You will give the project a name. Let's say it is your site name with instant indexing. Click on create. Once you have created the project, the next step is to enable the project to access the API. Click on next and enable the Indexing API. Following that, you need to create a service account to use the indexing API. So I'll expand the navigation menu, hover to I am an admin, and select service accounts. You should be able to see a create service account button here, but if you don't see the option, like what I'm experiencing now, click on the 3 vertical dots and you will see the option. Give your service account a name, maybe your site's name with service account, so that you can differentiate if you have multiple accounts later on. Give it a short description, indexing API service account. And before you go to the next step, make sure that you click on this to copy the entire service account ID that looks like an email address. We will be using this in a while. Next, click on done. And your service account is created. Now you need to create an indexing API key to be added to your site. Expand the actions, select manage keys, click on add key, and create new key. We need the JSON key type. So let's click on create. As soon as the key is created, a file will be downloaded to your computer. Now the next step will require you to add the service account as an owner of your Search Console property. So on your Google Search Console, scroll down and click on Settings. Under Users and Permissions, you want to add user. Remember we copied the service account information earlier? You want to paste it here. Change the permission to owner and click on Add. There's one final step. Remember the JSON file we have downloaded? You want to go to the Instant Indexing module, select the Google API settings, upload the JSON file, and save changes. And the JSON key will be copied here. If you want Google to be automatically notified every time you have created, updated, or deleted something, select the post types you want that automation. Save changes again, and you are done. You will see this little check mark here if everything is done properly, just like what you have on the IndexNow settings. So from now on, everything is automated. But if you want to notify Google and other search engines manually, just paste the page URLs here, select the right action, and hit send to API. Now the search engines will be notified of those URLs. That's how you can quickly get your pages indexed with IndexNow and the indexing API. And if you're getting value from this, a thumbs up will be very helpful to us. Anyway, let's go to the next often overlooked method. Now, one of the oldest methods for Google and other search engines to discover new URLs on the web is to follow links on pages that are already indexed. So if you have just published a new page on your website, the thing is, you may have placed internal links from this page to other existing pages of your site. But the problem is, there are no links pointing from the other pages to this new page you have just published. If you don't have this action item on your publishing checklist, we recommend you do so. What I would do every time I've published a new article is to visit the post list. I'll search for keywords that are related to the article I've written. For example, the article we have just published is air fryers versus deep fryers. I would search for those keywords and other related keywords on the post list. And then you see this list here. Visit each of those articles, read through them, and place internal links to the article you have just published. It is as simple as that. This will ensure that your site has no orphan pages, and it is a really good SEO practice. If you want to know how to use internal links to build a good site structure, you definitely want to check out this video because the things shared in that video inherently help search engines index and rank your pages faster. And talking about good SEO practice, the next thing you can do to help search engines index your page faster is to place external links to credible sites. Placing external links to high quality and credible sites can help improve the credibility of your content. We're not talking about just placing links to, for example, the homepage of Wikipedia, Disney, or Amazon. We are talking about relevant links. You need to link to content published by high quality websites, and the content needs to be relevant to yours. If your article is about dogs and cats, you shouldn't be linking to pages related to luxury brands. If you use rank math, having external links on your content is one of the SEO checks. But how do you know if a site is high quality? Well, we've got a tool for you. When you install rank math on your site, be it the free version or the pro version, the Content AI, which is our proprietary AI system, will analyze the contents ranked on the web and give you smart suggestions. You see, I was researching this topic, SEO tips for beginners, and as I click on the links, it will suggest a list of external links I should add to my article. If you have done SEO or blogging for a while, you know that these are credible and high quality sites. So you can rest easy that all the external links suggested here are good to use. You don't want to link to sites that are not trustworthy, as it will have negative impacts on your site. And sometimes the external links here will help you with building your content structure. For example, if we researched best WordPress SEO plugin, and as we visit the links tab, analyze it, and you will know that we should talk about all-in-one SEO, rank math, Yoast, and etc. Sometimes the things suggested here are stuff that you probably never think about, and that's one of the cool things about content AI. Now, let's go to the next method. Meta title, meta descriptions, schema markups, all these give search engines insights and help them understand what your article is about in a bird's eye view. So the easier you make your content understandable to the searcher and the search engines, the faster your content will be indexed and ranked. If you don't know, we actually have tools to help you optimize for search appearance. First, we have the Meta Tag Analyzer. This is the link. We have left the link in the description as well. This tool will allow you to see how search engines will display your content and will identify any errors in your meta tags. Just add the link of your published article, and it will suggest to you the things to do to make your search results more visible on both the desktop and mobile, and on other search engines. So this task can be added in your publishing checklist, and to optimize the search appearance even further, in your article, depending on what you're writing about, you can add the right schema markup by simply clicking on the schema tab of rank math. By default, the article schema is added, and as a free user, you can only add one schema type, while pro users can add as many schema types as logically possible. Click on the schema generator, and we have a list of predefined schema markups for you to use. If you are writing a review about a course, you can use the course schema. Whatever you add to the fields will be marked up, and that includes the review rating, which gives you the star rating on search results, as well as the pros and cons schema markup. If you want to learn more about the star rating schema, we have this video on our channel, and if you want to know more about the pros and cons schema, this is the video you want to watch. Both links are added in the description as well, so go check it out. Now back to this, if you are writing about a product, use the product schema, and if you are writing about a software like RankMath, use the software schema. Basically, the predefined schema markups should cover most of your structured data needs. If you are a free RankMath user, just replace the article schema with the right schema type, because Google and other search engines should be able to detect if your content is an article or not. If you are more advanced and you wish to build your own schema, you can customize your own schema markup. And if you want to discover what schema markups your competitors are using, just click on Import, place your competitor's URL here, and it will give you the information. Again, another seamless tool, right? Optimizing the search appearance will inherently help with getting your page ranked faster. I believe a thumbs up is in order. Now here's an unspoken gauge on how to know if the content of your site is of quality. If your website has been around for a while, maybe 6 to 12 months or more, and you realize that you always have to rely on Google's URL inspection tool to manually submit your pages for indexing before it gets indexed, it's time to improve the quality of your overall site. By default, Google should be able to crawl and rank your content without constant manual work from you. And if you need to work hard on pushing Google to index your pages, you know, the more you push people to do something, the more they won't do it. That theory applies here. You will have better chances when you focus on the things you can control, which is to improve the overall site structure as I've mentioned earlier, and optimize your contents to satisfy the primary and secondary search intent. But how? Now we have a separate video that walks you through the entire process of optimizing your content to make it SEO friendly, have the highest chance of ranking, and making sure your content is of quality. You can watch the video right here, but maybe not right now, maybe after this video. I've left the link in the description. What I want to discuss now is to update and enhance your existing content by identifying the primary and secondary search intent so that your article will not only rank for one key phrase, but multiple key phrases. Google and other search engines love fresh and updated content because it allows them to stay relevant. So doing this would definitely help your overall site index and rank faster. If you have RankMath Pro and you have connected your site with the Search Console and Google Analytics, go to RankMath's Analytics module. Under SEO Performance, you want to scroll down and find the article you want to optimize and update and click on it. Scroll down and you will have a list of key phrases your article is ranking for. Now, through this list, you can quickly identify multiple search intents. For example, in this case, the article is about zero waste perfumes. The primary intent is people are looking to buy the best zero waste perfumes. But what do they want to know? They want to know if the packaging is sustainable, if the perfume bottles are eco-friendly, if the recommended perfumes are made of natural ingredients and without chemicals. And people also want to know the best natural smelling perfumes. You see, there are so many things that we probably never thought of when we first write our article. And all these keywords here means that Google is trying to rank your article on these keywords. Just that currently it is not serving all the search intents well, and hence you see they are not ranking at the top for these keywords. So if you optimize your existing content to satisfy those search intents I've just shown you, your article is going to be spot on the quality. Make it a habit every year to fact check, remove outdated information, and improve the content quality. And once you have updated your articles, resubmit it for indexing either through the Google Search Console or using the instant indexing tool. Now, this applies to really huge sites. If you find that there are too many pages on your site, maybe thousands of pages, and they are not quality pages, your new and important articles are not indexed for the longest time, then the quickest way to improve the site's overall indexing speed is to remove low quality pages completely. This is because crawling low quality pages is a waste of crawl budget in the eyes of Google and other search engines. Google has said that if a site has fewer than a few thousand URLs, most of the time it will be crawled efficiently. And if your site is huge, the term crawl budget is going to be more important for you. So how do you remove content from your site? Do you just delete them from your post list? Well, you can do that if you don't intend to use any of the deleted content in the future, but if you wish to reuse or upgrade the deleted content, let me show you a better way. Use our redirections module right here. Add a new redirection, select the 410 content deleted, place the URL for deletion, and add that redirection. That way, the deleted article is still in your post list, and when you have time to work on the article again, you may want to reuse or upgrade the content, but make sure that you work on a new post instead of the deleted post. Google has put a lot of emphasis on the page experience, which means other than the quality of your site should load fast, it should be mobile friendly, and all your pages should be served over HTTPS instead of just HTTP. Now, it is very easy to just tell you that you need to optimize your site for speed. But how? That's the elephant in the room, right? So here it is. Watch this video. We've given everything we know about optimizing for page speed. I promise that some of the things we have shared are not discussed anywhere else because it is thought of and experimented by yours truly. So go watch that. Links in the description. Now, what if you have done all the above but the page is still not indexed? I want an index. Well, if your actions were done just a couple of days ago, be patient. Google already said that indexing requests are not immediate. It could take up to a week. So take a chill pill. These are all the ways to make your content index and rank faster. If you are getting value from this, please support us by smashing that thumbs up button and don't forget to subscribe to us because we are always on the lookout for SEO insights, knowledge, and updates, and we share everything on this channel. If you don't want to miss anything from us, turn on that bell. Anyway, this is Jack from RankMath. Hope your content will rank well. I will see you in the next video.